You want to know the best teams and equipments to build the new Legends Limited Super Saiyan 4 Goku, but first you need to know how to use him. His element is blue and he's also a melee type. So prime time units to use around him would be purple because purple protects blue, as well as yellow because blue protects yellow. You want to have melee units around him as well so you can capitalize off the Z abilities. At 6 stars he's a HP buffer, so you won't necessarily need to build him HP oriented, but he also does heal a lot, so if you wanted to max that out you'd be benefiting a lot off of that, and I mean he heals a lot. His blue card and ultimate arts have the capabilities of nullifying endurance. His main ability gives him 100% vanish restore when he presses it, and he has all the good jazz on entry, such as a card, key, and consistent HP, the healing aspect I was talking about. Something insane, if he's the last unit alive on his team, he will apply no switching for 10 timer counts, remove the enemy's vanish restore to 0, and get another ultimate arts, similar to Ultra Super Gogeta. He cancels buffs every single time an arts card hits him for the first time on his switching, and this resets every single switch. Quite wild. And here's some other good things to note. He has a strike and blast cover change, which he can do 3 times. His unique gauge fills up by pressing cards, and it empties by pressing the strike or blast. And the most important factor about him, he has indestructible, but it's behind a condition of him being used with 2 other DAIMA characters on his team. So if you plan to run any other tag he has, you won't get that indestructible. DAIMA is his best team. Let's get into this. Now, it should go without saying that his best team is going to be DAIMA. As I just explained, he doesn't get his indestructible unless he's run with 2 other DAIMA members. There's also some other things like sub count reduction, but the main thing is indestructible. That layer of survivability is very necessary for DAIMA. DAIMA does have the Super Saiyan Goku Mini who gets endurance if his team is rushed, but you can get through that. But indestructible, you cannot get through it until you drop that combo. So Goku having that is a very big deal. Here, I've got my 2 DAIMA members because I don't have the Vegeta. I don't even have Glorio or the Blue Goku. But you guys will see that it's a very strict team because there's not a lot of options. But there's going to be more. With this Super Saiyan 4 Goku, there's also going to be Majin Buu, who we saw. We don't know anything about him yet, but he's probably going to be good as they've done very well with these 1% sparking so far. But let's look at the options we got here. It's not a lot. But just for reference, if you want to build a team, it's easier to just change your filter here to DAIMA like I have. Press OK once you select it. Select Sparking and Ultra for any type, but there's no DAIMA Ultras yet. But here we have, of course, Super Saiyan Goku Mini. He's very, very good. Vegeta you'd want to run, and he's going to do a lot better with Super Saiyan 4 Goku, which is super valuable. Tamagami 3 is a very good option. Having that purple to protect the blue from green, it would be a nice pick. Majin Buu in the same boat of protecting, you know, being protected by Goku who's blue from reds, so you could run that as well, kind of baiting them. And then Glorio's actually going to be super useful now because he's a HP buffer for DAIMA, but so is this Super Saiyan 4 Goku, which is a big help. So you can run both of them together to get a double HP buff, and you make sure to run this Goku as well if you want to run the Vegeta. Not necessarily run him or put him on the team for a Zenkai buff, but you could also run him. He's actually quite valuable. Personally, my favorite DAIMA unit currently, the strongest. But that might change. It's gonna change. Shout out free to play Goku though. But DAIMA's a very strict team. It's a good team nonetheless. Just depending on what units you have. Just don't run this blue Goku or don't run Glorio. Everybody else pretty much is runnable. But yeah, that's the first team. We got DAIMA. The second team we've got is Son Family. Son Family is a very good team already. So them getting the Super Saiyan 4 Goku in addition is just an extra nice plus for them. Right here, I've got Beast Gohan, then I plan to pretty much make the rest DAIMA. It's pretty much the same team as long as you're running somebody on the leader slot that's not DAIMA related, you know. So if you run the Goku Mini, and you run, of course, the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, who would be in the middle, the leader slot option would be the non-DAIMA member, so your rest of the bench can be DAIMA, and giving those guys busts, but you could also have it be Son Family. There's some good options, which you'll see later as I go through the bench, you know, the equipments and whatnot. But Beast Gohan obviously an option. Let's look at the other options that we've got. Fusing Super Vegito, check if he's on the boost. That guy is actually really good if you want to run double blue and you can give the Zenkai buffs because they would eat up the same Zenkai buffs pretty much. Outside of that, out of the blues I have, I wouldn't recommend any other. At the most, maybe Bardock and Goku just off the indestructible. Double indestructible might work out for you. Going into the greens, Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, free to play Goku Mini over here. I mentioned him before in the DAIMA section, and out of the ones I have outside of those two, nah, nobody else. In the purples, Ultimate Gohan is a good pick. very good pick. The buff cancellation endurance layer is very solid, but people can break through it, specifically Ultra Cell. We do have also blue bros who can be useful, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend. In the yellows, I wouldn't recommend anybody but Beast Gohan. Honestly, you'd be risking a lot, but it depends on your star level. Like if you want to have an Ultra UI at 14 stars, then I guess you could get plays with him, but he's a range type as well, so it throws it off. Going into the reds, I have DAIMA Goku is pretty much your best bet. And out of the Sun family characters I have, which are most of the good ones, Super Saiyan 2-3 Goku is insane. Please use him. Trunks and Gohan, they're insane. Please use them. Goku instant transmission, he can be very good. Like I mentioned, purple is good for protecting blues from greens. We also have God Goku, who can be a nice asset, and potentially Triku as well, as blue will protect the yellow from reds. Those are the combinations of units you'll be looking for. But yeah, depending on which ones you have, build the team accordingly. And for the third and final team, we've got Saiyans. Saiyans, people are going to be very happy about because people want to run Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, the 6th anniversary Ultra, and now you have a reason to. Like I explained earlier, pairing a blue with a purple is very good because purple destroys greens, which will attack blues, which Super Saiyan 4 Goku is. In the same way that I built Sun family, I just swapped the leader slot option for a Saiyan, and in this case it's Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta I'm using, for example. So then I have the blue layer, which is Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and then I've got Super Saiyan Goku Mini as well, and now I'm planning to build the rest DAIMA related, but I could also use Saiyan bench and whatnot. But let's get into the character list of options now. Just reminder, I always bring this up when I talk about Saiyans. Saiyans is quite a versatile tag. There's a lot of Saiyans that might not buff Saiyans, but they're Saiyans. They might buff Sun family specifically, they might buff movies, future, etc, etc. So just be mindful of the Z abilities when you're considering using somebody, because you want them to buff everybody else on the team. They don't have to do that, but it's most efficient to do that. Just bear that in mind. Now in the blue option, I spoke about fusing Super Vegito. Though I don't necessarily feel like you should run another blue, but you could check if he's on the boost at the time you're watching this video. Bardock and Goku potentially, just because of the indestructible, and out of the guys I have, I wouldn't recommend any others. Going into the greens, I spoke about Goku Mini. I wouldn't recommend Vegito blue simply because he's a range type. If you want to build Super Saiyan 4 Goku on the leader slot, maybe make it future / Saiyan. You know, Rose is actually a very good melee option. He does insane damage. Insane damage. And out of the rest I have, I wouldn't recommend any others. Going into the purples, we got G4, we got blue bros like I mentioned, but not the best option. Again, if you want to do sort of a future thing, this Vegeta here can also fit, but just be mindful because he's range type. But I think G4 out of the ones I have is the best option. Going into yellows, it's not looking great for the yellows. Maybe GB, but again, it depends on how you're building it. Maybe a fusion team with 4Q on the leader slot, and that could work. GB is actually quite solid. Check if he's on the boost though, he might be coming off. Then we're going into the reds. Super Saiyan Goku Mini is probably going to be your best bet, and everybody else is pretty much lackluster. But there's a bunch I don't have, which is what we need to get into. So Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta should go without saying because he was mentioned on the DAIMA team. We got Super Saiyan Goku, the instant transmission one. Very good purple, pairs well with blue. We've got Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3 Goku. He's just insane. Ultra Turles, Ultra Margin Vegeta, Triku as well. God Goku, but the rest I wouldn't heavily recommend, just those guys that I mentioned. But yeah, Saiyan's got a lot of options. Just be careful when you are building it. Now we've got some leader slot options, and there's a lot, but just be mindful. It depends on the team you want to run, and also some of them are range type, so just have that in mind, that I just think they're good enough to be built that way because you can just balance out the stats, you know. So we're starting with Rose, very strike heavy unit. We've got G4, who I already mentioned. Purple and blue is amazing. Beast Gohan, yellow and blue is amazing. Turles, very good option. Blue, they're double blue you'd be running, so you'd want to actually run a purple to protect them if you're doing that. We've got Margin Vegeta here. Blue and yellow is amazing. Perfect Cell, just off him being the most powerful unit currently in the game. MVP 17, I know he's a range type, but the utility is actually just that great. You want to maybe try them together, but you'd have to run a purple after this for sure to protect those blues. Then we got Goku Mini, who I've already mentioned. We got Super Saiyan 2 Goku here that transforms into Super Saiyan 3. He's just that good. We got Gohan and Trunks. Their stats can balance out, so don't worry. Fusion Zamasu, if you're running a future team, then otherwise no. You know, you can build the team with Goku on the leader slot, then Fusion Zamasu with the rest of the future team, but both ways. Super Saiyan Goku, who's going to be a good leader slot option with the blue. And then we got Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta naturally because he's also a DAIMA unit. Next, we got the bench options, and there's some good bench options, I'm not gonna lie. So we got Namek Goku, who's like the best Zenkai buffer for Blue Saiyans. Very good option there. Bardock, he's a good Zenkai buffer for Blue Saiyans, but his Z ability is Super Saiyan. So be very wary when you're placing him on the team if you want to get the support from him. We've got here Pan, Son Family Zenkai buffer that hits Goku. We've got here Android 14, who's going to give 50% strike damage to blue and purple on his Z ability, which is very, very good. We've got here Yellow Broly, who's also going to give 50% strike damage to blue and yellow, I believe. Blue and yellow, yes. And that's insane. Those 50% strike damages is insane because not even Zenkai buffs give you that much. Then here we've got Glorio, who's a HP buffer for DAIMA. And then we've got Kakarot Goku, who's a HP buffer for Gokus. But he also Zenkai buffs Super Saiyan Goku Mini, which is very, very important for DAIMA as a whole. But bear in mind that you can't get this guy. You need to wait for his event to come back. And it doesn't seem like they're going to bring it back. But if you have him, good for you because he's very important. I want to prop this one instantly for equips. This one here, Awakened. These times were dark enough without you. This one is a staple for Super Saiyan 4s and it instantly gets added onto the most busted unit ever. Not literally, but you guys know what I'm saying. Strike attack, special move, ultimate damage, strike attack, HP. What? This is the Awakened, so you're going to need the memory from the Zenkai Space Time Rush shop, but you're going to need the unawakened version to actually make things shake, and you can get that from the equipment medal exchange shop. You guys know how annoying equipment awakening is, but you're gonna need this one, trust me, it's great. The DAIMA equipments are really good as well. This one here, you can get HP, blast attack, strike attack, and you get pure strike attack and blast attack as long as you're running a DAIMA and tag Super Saiyan, so Super Saiyan Goku Mini. Just to quickly explain pure and base, the difference, because a lot of people ask. Pure is like a multiplier, base is just the average number that you get. So most equips give you base, but you're going to need one equip that has pure to get those base numbers high via the multiplier. That's what this equip does, and any equip that's written like this, you see how it says to blast attack, it doesn't say base blast attack. That's the difference. But yeah, you can get this from the dual coin exchange shop. This one here is actually going to be very valuable too, specifically because of the strike attack and the health restoration. I don't know why I said it like that. Health restoration. You also get special move damage and it's 15%, which is very good. Then you get blast defense, and you can get this from the ultimate equipment collection, normal DAIMA 2. This is another pure equipment that's very, very good. Specifically, I don't know why I'm saying words weird today. Specifically for Son Family, you can get base strike or base blast depending on which one you roll. And then you can get pures like I mentioned before, where you get strike defense and blast defense for the base instead of strike attack and blast attack. And you can get this from the dual coin exchange shop. Now this one can be good, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. If you want blue card damage, then sure, the strike attack is nice too, but there are other options like the first one I showed you in this video. I have one of these and you might have one of these specifically from Blue Beast times. But you can see here base blast defense, base strike attack, more strike attack at the bottom, and special move damage, which is pretty much what you want. Son Family blue, and you can get the memory from the Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush shop, but you're going to need the unawakened version, which is right here. You can get this from Knockdown the Immortal Vegeta and Equipment Medal Exchange shop, so there's two places. In the scenario you want to build this Goku defensively, you want to give him that bit more tankiness. I know he has indestructible, but you want him to absorb more hits. You can give him this one if you're running him on Son Family, so you can get base strike attack or base blast attack on the first slot. You're gonna have to re-roll and try to get that base strike attack because he's a melee type. Then you can give him pure strike defense and pure blast defense, but the conditions are based on him having a Saiyan and a hybrid Saiyan. So for the strike defense you need a Saiyan, which he is, so that's fine. Then a hybrid Saiyan. For the blast defense, Beast Gohan should fit the bill, you know. And then you also get base blast defense and base strike defense. For Son Family, you can get this from the dual coin exchange shop. Now this segment here is just to say they're gonna probably drop a bunch of equips, maybe 2 or 3. I said a bunch, but 2 or 3, maybe Awaken one as well, and a free to play one, you know, like through PvP or something, free to play. But essentially they're probably gonna be good. So you should watch out for them, especially because Vegeta people said he felt lackluster. So I expect them to drop a new set of equipment that would be good for DAIMA so that these guys can eat. Naturally, I don't have them at the moment because I'm recording this prior. So you'd want to check them out so that you can see if they fit the unit, and they probably will. They designed them with intention. But yeah, man, that's going to be the end of the video. I did my best job to give you guys the best teams and equipments for this new Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Good luck on summoning, and hopefully all of you guys get him. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you haven't already, make sure to press the subscribe button. We're on this grind to 200,000 subscribers. I appreciate you guys for watching, man. My name's Zakashi, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man.